Previously, I reviewed the HiBREW H10A. Now they have released the H10 Plus with some significant upgrades like a 3-way solenoid valve, pressure options, and more. In today's video, I will walk you through all the new features of this machine and compare it with the previous H10A. Just to be transparent, HiBREW sent me their new machine to test. I have been using it for a while, and I want to share my honest thoughts and experiences with you. If you are curious about the unboxing experience, please check out my unboxing short video. Alright, at first glance, the design and size of the H10 Plus are pretty much the same as the H10A. The first difference I noticed is that the steam knob on the right has been replaced with a lever. While it does not significantly change how you use the machine, it adds a different feel to the operation. Then the drip tray has been completely redesigned. In my previous review of the H10A, I mentioned that the drip tray was a bit small. When flushing the brew group, some water would collect in gaps and would not make it into the drip tray. The drip tray on the H10 Plus is larger and seems more practical. Also, the bottom is now solid rather than hollowed out, so water is less likely to reach the bottom of the machine. There is enough space to fit standard espresso cups, but larger mugs or scales might be a tight fit. Removing the drip tray can provide extra clearance. The shower screen is also upgraded, but to be honest, both models dispense water quite evenly, so I do not see a significant difference here. The pressure gauge in the middle is also upgraded. The gauge on the H10A only had a range, but the one on the H10 Plus includes exact numbers. Now I know 9 bars is in the middle, 12 bars at the high end, so I do not have to guess. The water tank is still 1.8 liters in capacity, which is large enough for multiple cups. The build quality is similar to the H10A. The housing is made of stainless steel. It is not very thick but feels solidly built. It does contain some plastic parts like the base, the group head, and the drip tray. The machine is lightweight and compact, which is convenient if you have limited counter space. I have been using the H10A for over a year. I replaced the group head gasket due to some water leaking, and I noticed that the rubber gasket is upgraded in this machine. Other than that, I have not had any issues. I also like the white color. It looks clean and modern. It is a good option if you are tired of the typical stainless steel look of most espresso machines. Everything that came with the H10A is included with the H10 Plus, but with some improvements. The milk jug looks better with a nice coating. It has a larger capacity, which is helpful since the old one could get too full after steaming. The spouted portafilter is still 58mm, but now it comes with a wooden handle, giving it a nicer look and feel. Just one thing, the portafilter has 3 tabs, so it is not compatible with standard 58mm portafilters. Many viewers have asked where I got the compatible bottomless portafilter. It is available on HiBREW's official store. HiBREW includes a solid tamper instead of the common plastic ones you often see with machines at this price. The tamper has also been upgraded. It now has a wooden handle and a spiral patterned base. The size fits the 58mm basket more precisely. The tamper that comes with the H10A is slightly smaller, which may miss the grounds on the edge of the basket. This upgrade addresses that issue. You can also find a single-shot non-pressurized basket and a pressurized basket included. Overall, it is uncommon to find a machine at this price point that includes these kinds of accessories. You have everything you need right out of the box. Now, let's look at the settings and see what's new inside the machine. In summary, the H10 Plus adds a pressure setting, a 3-way solenoid valve, and a better Ulka pump, while retaining all the features of the H10A. I've opened up the machines to show you the internal changes. In the new H10 Plus, there's a solenoid valve installed here, whereas in the H10A, that space is empty. In the H10A, when water comes out of the thermoblock, it goes directly to the group head. If you activate the steam function, the water is directed to the steam wand. However, there's no way for the pressure to release after brewing. You can see there's remaining pressure indicated on the pressure gauge. If I remove the portafilter at this point, the used puck is wet and messy, making cleaning more of a hassle. In the new H10 Plus, water coming out from the thermoblock can either go to the steam wand via this tube when you turn on the steam lever, or it goes through the solenoid valve, to reach the group head and the pressure gauge. After brewing, excess water or pressure can be released via this hose, which discharges directly into the drip tray. Because of this, the coffee puck comes out drier, making it easier to knock out and prepare for the next shot. You can also backflush the machine with a blind basket, though it's not included in the box. This upgrade significantly improves the overall user experience. They have also upgraded the steam copper valve, and the hose is now more robust. Another great new feature is the pressure setting. By pressing and holding the power button and the single shot button simultaneously, you can select 3 pressure options. Each level adjusts the pressure by about 1 to 2 bars. You can see the changes during extraction via the pressure gauge. For most regular users, it's great to have more control over the extraction pressure with this new setting. However, for advanced users who want to adjust the peak pump pressure, the OPV is still located in the same spot as the H10A. It's still quite difficult to access. And here is a small trick to further control the pressure. If it gets too high, simply slightly open the steam wand. This will release some water and help reduce the pressure, and you can do it while brewing. All the other features from the H10A are still there. By long pressing the single and double shot buttons, you can set the brewing temperature. The machine maintains a fairly consistent temperature throughout the brewing process, thanks to the PID controller. Holding down the power and double shot buttons allows you to set the pre-infusion time from 0 to 10 seconds. Machines with pre-infusion will first wet the coffee puck with lower pressure before the high pressure kicks in. The default 5 seconds may not be enough to fully saturate the puck. I've tried 10 seconds and the puck was fully wet. Long pressing the steam button lets you adjust the steam temperature. The single-hole steam wand is powerful enough for creating microfoam suitable for latte art. It's also slightly thicker than the one on the H10A. After steaming, the LED displays hot. Simply open the steam wand to release steam. The machine then returns to brewing temperature, and the pump stops automatically. Now you're ready to brew another cup. You can also set the shot volume for single or double shots by holding down the corresponding buttons. You can also press the single shot and steam buttons to switch the temperature unit from Celsius to Fahrenheit. The startup time is quick. Both the H10A and H10 Plus use thermoblock heating elements, so it takes about 30 seconds to preheat. The H10 Plus now uses the Ulca vibratory pump, making the machine noticeably quieter compared to the H10A. It's a noticeable difference. Overall, it's impressive to see a machine offering so many features and customization options at such an affordable price. You have enough room to play around. Now, let's pull a shot and check out the workflow. The double shot basket holds up to 18 grams of coffee grounds. I'm using 17 grams of medium roasted beans. And set the HiBREW G5 grinder's dial between 5 and 6. While it's grinding, it's good to pull a plain shot with just water to preheat the portafilter and the brew group. Transfer the grounds to the basket. Do a quick WDT to ensure the grounds are evenly distributed, and tamp it down with this new tamper. It fits well, with minimal gaps around the edges. I set the brewing temperature to 92 degrees Celsius, and the pre-infusion time to 5 seconds, using the high pressure setting. As you can see on the pressure gauge, the machine first wets the grounds with lower pressure, then ramps up over 12 bars and slowly drops. I've got 40 grams of espresso in 25 seconds. It's a nice shot. It has great crema, a smooth texture, and quite a pleasant acidity and sweetness. Let's try setting the pressure to L1 without changing the grind size and see how it goes. The pressure is noticeably lower. The needle is pointing at the middle, around 9 bars, then slightly drops as the coffee is being extracted. The shot finishes in around the same time. It also tastes good, with slightly higher acidity. You still have plenty of parameters to fine-tune your shot, based on the roast level of your beans and your taste preferences. Now, let's look at the steaming performance. After pulling a shot, press the steam button. It takes about 15 seconds to heat up to the steaming temperature. Before steaming milk, remember to purge the water out of the steam wand so that you get drier steam. Always start with cold milk. Tilt the milk jug to the 3 or 9 o'clock position. Place the tip right above the milk surface until you hear this hissing sound. When the milk rises about 10%, lower the tip a little and just keep the vortex going until the jug is too hot to touch. It's breaking down the big bubbles into tiny bubbles, which makes the milk silky. After steaming, remember to wipe the steam wand with a damp cloth and purge it. If you find the right angle, the steam wand can produce very silky microfoam, suitable for latte art. Let's pour a simple tulip and see what we get. If you like latte art, this machine is more than enough for daily practice. The H10 Plus offers several useful upgrades that significantly enhance its user-friendliness, but it does come at a higher price compared to the H10A. If you're considering your first espresso machine, both models are great choices depending on your budget and needs. In the past, machines with features like a PID controller, pre-infusion, a 58mm portafilter, and numerous adjustable options would easily cost much more from well-established brands. Pair the H10 Plus with a good grinder, and for most people, it's more than enough to start brewing espresso at home. So that's my review of the H10 Plus. If you have any questions about the machine, feel free to leave a comment. Thanks for watching.